County Executive Marc Elrich and Councilmember Nancy Navarro, who recently completed her year as Council President, signed into law the Racial Equity and Social Justice Act. The act, which was recently approved by the County Council, aims to establish a formal process to address racial equity and social justice issues in Montgomery County.
We're not done until the work that's embodied in this legislation is passed down and activated by every department in the county, and that these conversations become normal. And that's what we want to do, is normalize the ability to talk about race and to talk about equity. And that would make us relatively unique in America.
I had the opportunity to run for the county council and expanded my portfolio of policy from education to so many other issues, so housing, healthcare, economic attainment, all of those issues, access to transportation, all of those issues began again to manifest a pattern of disparities, persistent disparities that to this day continue. And I began to really, truly then reflect on the notion that if these were a result of structural policies and a history that had perpetuated this idea of having to grab onto power, then we needed to come together and put forth legislation, not a policy, legislation that then would be an instrument to begin to dismantle all of these persistent disparities.
This was work that we've been doing for several months, that we came together today. The county executive signed an important piece of legislation that will change lives, not just our own personal lives, but it will change lives for those in our future generations, that people will now know that in Montgomery County, I guess they always knew, but this codifies that what we should have codified years ago, and that is that everyone will be looked at with racial equity and social justice.